It's no stretch to say that Berlin is home to the most powerful woman on the planet. Angela Merkel is not only head of the Eurozone's largest economy, and the fourth largest in the world, she's also the de facto head of the entire European project, and, in the eyes of some, the current leader of the free world. Her Germany is the only EU country capable of standing up to Putin's Russia. It's one of the major powers all the other major powers consult. And all this power is concentrated slap bang in the capital Berlin. Forget Brussels. Berlin is the unofficial EU capital. Decisions Merkel's government takes influences the fate of the world's largest trading bloc far more than even those taken in the official home of the EU Parliament. If the EU were a single entity, it'd be the world's third largest country, by both population and economy. As by far the most influential city in such a powerful not quite nation, Berlin deserves to be noticed. South Korea is one of the most vital economies in the world. It's the fourth biggest in Asia, and just misses out on the top 10 globally. Its reach is enormous, its capital a true global hub. Okay, got all that? Now, with all this in mind, let's look at Tokyo. The Japanese capital alone has such a stupendously vast economy that it equals the whole of South Korea. This, to put it in simple terms, is insane. Countries as important and as powerful as Australia, Canada, Spain, Indonesia, and Saudi Arabia have economies smaller than Tokyo. Even other major cities can't touch it. Metropolitan Tokyo has the biggest economy of any city on Earth. Not even New York can match it. And somewhere like London? Forget it. Tokyo leaves all its rivals spitting dust in its wake, coughing and fuming at the sheer power of the Japanese capital. Nor is Tokyo's place on this list solely due to economic clout. It's also the second biggest metro area in world history, surpassed only by China's Pearl River Delta conglomeration. But while China's megalopolis is subservient to Beijing, Tokyo answers to no one. Beijing, right now, is where world history is being written. Though it only just breaks the top 10 cities in terms of size of its economy, falling behind even China's own Shanghai, its political importance is almost unparalleled. As the capital of China, Beijing will be the driver of the world's next great superpower. While America remains top dog, China is on the rise, and shaping itself as the next leader of the world. Even if it never surpasses the States, it will still dominate every single other country out there. This means Beijing will soon hold the same sort of sway over the world as Washington does now, or as London or Paris once did in the near past. This is where the politics of the 21st century will be forged, where decisions will be taken that affect the lives of 7 billion other souls. It's the concentrated power of Rome or Constantinople at their height, the sort of power China hasn't seen for over 2 centuries. And it will be focused here, in the corridors of Beijing. Some would say China has already attained this coveted superpower status. While that's up for debate, there's no denying that Beijing is at the heart of modern geopolitical life. Whether it soon starts to muscle all the other competitors out remains to be seen. If New York were a nation, its GDP would comfortably put it within the top 20 countries on Earth. Of all cities in the world, only Tokyo has more economic muscle than sprawling, venerable NYC. But while Tokyo may hold the economic and political cards, NYC has something else up its sleeve. The cultural capital and name recognition to make it one of the most influential cities on Earth. Perhaps the key here is its long history. After overtaking London following World War I, NYC transformed itself into the capitalist's capital. Think of skyscrapers, and you'll likely think of those iconic images of New York's towers, shooting up into the sky. Think of global landmarks, and the Statue of Liberty and Empire State Building will probably come near the top of your list. And it's here the American dream was born, too. Ellis Island is a name that still sends shivers down the spine. The great melting pot of mass migration that made America what it is today had its white-hot center here, in the beating heart of the nation, Nation, yep, we did it. We selected London as the most important city in the entire world, and we promise it's not just because we've got an opinionated British dude presenting our videos. In April 2017, the influential World Economic Forum, WEF, ranked the planet's cities according to magnetism, which they defined as the perceived power to attract creative people and businesses from across the globe, and to mobilize their assets to boost economic, social and environmental development. NYC, Tokyo, Singapore, and Berlin all made the top 10, but there was one clear winner. London beat the competition so bad it hurt. Britain's capital has it all: cultural power, a world-striding financial center, oodles of history, tourist draws by the bucket load, tech innovation, cutting-edge research centers, the government of one of the UN's 5 permanent Security Council members, and an economy that dwarfs that of most countries. It's here that music was born that shaped our world, where literature was written that still defines how we think, and decisions taken that shaped the fate of the largest empire the world has ever known. Need we go on? We know not everyone will agree with our assessment, and maybe we're being too optimistic. The shock of Brexit may see London's financial and cultural elite decamp, leaving the city poorer and less significant. But for now, London stands tall among the world's cities as our vote for the most important by far. Londoners, give yourselves a pat on the back. Everyone else, head down to the comments to loudly tell us just how wrong we were.